This video is brought to you by Meat. Harvest, eat, repeat. Meat. And by trucks. You don't want to get stuck. Get yourself a truck. Camouflage. Either in the woods or in church, a real man wears camouflage. And by the outdoors. Every time we've gotten bored indoors, we went outdoors. All right, everyone, went outdoors. We're over here for the 2022 youth season. Saturday night, it's our first sit. We didn't go this morning. We were working. We were taking out boat docks and boat lifts like we always do this time of year. But we're squeezing in an afternoon hunt. It is very windy, but it's a good wind. It's going to be blowing in our face, but it doesn't matter. We're going to sit up front in the hort blind. So that'll be nice and cozy. Hopefully it'll die down a little bit. We haven't been seeing too many deer over here the last couple weeks since Parker lost that deer he shot. But there's still deer coming out. They're just more at night. But hopefully we'll get some coming out before light or before dark. We got Peyton with today.
Hi.
Hi. He's not gonna hunt, but he's gonna come with and sit. Maybe he'll hunt during the regular season, but he just not quite ready yet, which is fine. But we got Parker here. He's gonna be behind the gun. In his first rodeo, he's shot 2 does now so far, I think, in the youth season.
Yeah.
Shot a buck up north last year during regular season. He shot a buck here with his bull a couple years ago. So he is ready to shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got the gun sighted in. We are set. We're gonna settle into the nice comfy hort blind and see if we can get some action tonight.
Yeah,
Right?
hopefully.
All right, let's do.
It's a better chance to get one since we have the rifle we can shoot.
Oh yeah, you can cover that whole field. That's why we're gonna sit up front, let the deer come out to this field where it's all soybeans and alfalfa. I think it all is. It's nice and green. They're coming out there feeding every night. Just a matter if they come out early enough tonight, so we can get a nice decent shot at one at within 100 yards, hopefully. All right. Less would be nice. Let's get her done. Alright, we're in the blind. Like I said, it's super windy, but it's blowing in our face. I think it's switching from a northwest all day to a southwest, which either one is fine. This field out here has been doing really well. They're coming out here and eating a lot. There's tracks on the way in all over the place. Heavy trails going on the soybeans. Hopefully the deer cooperate today, right? We just need one deer. A nice big buck. One of those ones that you saw when we first bow hunted would be nice. That old white tine one.
Yeah, from here to there.
He was nice.
90.
Yeah, he was right in here, so we'll see what happens. And we're sitting in the hort blind. I could get used to this. It's nice. It is 20, 30 mile-an-hour winds. And this thing isn't budging. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's soundproof. The windows open up really quietly, where you can, if something's coming, we need to open another window. There'd be no problem. It makes 0 sound and they stay open. It's very comfortable. It's warm in here. I think during gun hunting or late season, this will be ideal. Keep the windows closed, put the little heater on, and it's gonna keep us nice and warm. And then just slowly open the window if we need to shoot one of them. Yeah, they're very, very nice. What?
I saw it walking through. I watched it walking towards. I see it.
Where?
Cross over.
Oh, way over. Just take that.
So, there's 2 camps. There's yeah. It's a buck.
Where?
It's a little one. He's walking out. Oh, I see
like 5:30 almost. Still blowing pretty good. A little buck just stepped out from the neighbors on our land, but I can't get video. We can't even get the scope on it. The sun is like perfectly glaring. And you try and look over there, it's hard to see with the binoculars, but it's like a fork or a three-pointer. He's just standing on the edge of the field waiting to come out. So hopefully he comes over here a little more. I don't think we're gonna shoot him anyways, but it's a good sign that they're moving early. But yeah, I can't see him. It's so bright, I can't see him. Alright, we saw that buck earlier. We had a doe behind us come up the trail and then went back in the woods. And now we got a bunch of deer way across the field coming out. There's at least 2 little bucks and some does. It's hard to tell because the grass is so tall. But that's a good sign because usually they come feeding this way and get into these soybeans and then this grass, alfalfa stuff or whatever. So we still got a lot of time left. The wind is really dying down. It's blowing in our face. It's perfect. We're hoping eventually something happens here.
That doe is big.
Or we get some closer. But it looks like they're feeding this way. Like they're starting to walk this way, kinda.
Yeah, the ground is facing like this. Just came.
Fork or something. There's a bigger buck right there, isn't it? Or is that the fork? Oh no, that's him. Somebody's getting some shooting in. They are fighting, I think. Yeah. I can just see the tops of their backs, like they're. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're fighting.
They don't have much horns to fight with. Those are the 2 we saw that first night we bulleted, I think. They were fighting, remember?
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't move. She's looking right at us. I don't know if she's looking at us or our direction, but what is she? Probably 100. She's 150. Oh, she's 200 yards out. But she's staring right this way. So don't move. Hey, don't move at all.
That's a weird thing.
Coyotes. Holy, that is weird.
That's scary.
That's a lot of coyotes.
That's scary. Oh, there's another there.
There's 3 of them.
There's babies. No, there's.
The doe and 2 fawns. They don't like those coyotes.
They came by mama. That might be the doe you missed. Oh yeah, that might be the doe I missed.
Could be.
Because you missed the doe.
3 of them did come in. I bet you it's the same 3.
Well, no shots were fired for the first night, but we did see quite a few deer. I think 4 different bucks and
Like,
6 or 8 does.
yeah.
But just nothing close enough.
But one shooter came. He was close enough, like after shooting hours. Like,
Yeah, I bet
10
you at the
minutes
end he was
after.
100 yards out, but I think he was just over the border on the neighbors.
Uh,
But we actually snuck out. It was kind of cool with the 2 bucks standing together on the hill there. And I don't think they knew what, they never took off. We went all the way to the truck and they were still standing up there.
they're probably up there.
The
right?
does that were in front of us here, they took off, but
They
I think they just saw us walking against the woods. They didn't know what we were, and they just stood there. But it was kind of cool to see some deer again. Last week was not good for seeing deer over here, but tonight they were moving, leaving earlier. Just, of course, in our little 100-yard zone in front of us, they didn't come there. The spike was within 110, I think it was, under 100 at the end. We could have shot him at the very end, I think, but
Parker decided not to.
no,
I
doesn't
got
want the
shit.
spike, yeah. But tomorrow we'll give it another shot. We might go to a different piece of land, right? Not our other land, so we'll see what happens.
Uh-huh.
All right, now it's Sunday, the second day of the 22 Wisconsin Youth Hunt, deer hunt. What was that? Oh. And we're back over it, and what a difference today. Yesterday it was like very, very windy the whole night until the last half hour-ish or something. This morning it was windy, but now it's calmed down and it's very, very calm. It's a beautiful night. And we saw quite a few last night, just nothing close enough that we wanted to shoot. Tonight's a little, like I said, a lot more calm, so we're sneaking in here a little bit earlier. I think we're gonna sit in the same stand overlooking the whole field, and hopefully something will give us a nice shot for the last day of the youth hunt this weekend, and then we can go back to bow hunting, because in a couple weeks the deer are gonna be rutting, and we're getting into November, and then things are gonna start happening then, right? All right, let's do it. So we made it in the stand. Second night. No Peyton today. Peyton took the night off. And we're just getting set up, but there's 2 combines sitting over there across the field. And it's got this bad feeling that they're gonna be in these fields tonight. But there ain't many beans really here and there.
Basically behind us.
Those 2 big, they could cut it probably an hour, and that's not the worst thing. I've seen combines come through and then deer show up later on, but it's kind of not exactly what we wanted tonight. I'm hoping that's not the case, but they're just sitting over there. I don't know, just figures. And here they come, just what we figured. I guess it's better now than later. We still got a lot of time before it gets dark, but where's the other one? Because we got 2 of them.
And then the truck's following
Yeah,
them with
there's the 2 combines, and there's a truck back there with the heads. Just great, though. I mean, it's just great. I guess I get it. They gotta get stuff done, but just frustrated. So yeah, we've only been in the stand for 15 minutes and we've already seen 2 of the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. Right?
Yeah.
Just the wrong kind of deer. The green John Deeres. They just came right by us here, taking off our beans, but maybe that's a good thing that they'll come freshly cut fields. Maybe those deer will come in here more tonight. I don't know. But it's only 4 o'clock. We have till like 6:45. So I'm guessing we got plenty of time. They're putting the other head on the other combine right now. And I'm sure with the 2 of them, they'll have this field cut off within an hour. And then they'll be gone.
No, because there's a section up here, and then there's a section behind us, and then it's all grain.
Yeah,
So-
they ain't gonna
so-
take this clover, alfalfa stuff off. It's just the
With
soybeans
with
and
the-
the soybeans up front. So
and
the deer still are going to be eating in this, and they'll probably eat where the soybeans were. You know, the combine doesn't get everything, and it just blows out everything out the back. So I'm guessing they're still going to feed out there.
And one good thing is I can see better now.
But yeah, it's a really nice night, and we still got high hopes. Parker's got that funny feeling, and every time he's got that funny feeling, something happens, right?
Good.
When we pulled in, he's like, Dad, you know, there's something, I got that feeling tonight. So, I don't know. It's a full moon, I think, today.
Yeah.
I think it's a full moon. Last night was almost. I think tonight is. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah.
Plays a factor in movements and whatever, but it just, yeah, it's not too warm. I think it's like 60, but it cools off fast this time of year. We got a lot of time. Let the farmers get their soybeans off. Let it settle down a little bit. And the deer will flood this field. And then we'll have our choice of bucks. In a perfect world, that's what we want to happen. We'll see. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we got the 2 deer in the field. The combines. They got this big field out here. I don't know, what is it, 50 acres done like in a half hour. And they come right by us, 10 yards, which, whatever, that's the way to get around. Up front doing, there's maybe 20 acres up there. And now I think one's broke down, and they've been screwing around with it now for 20 minutes. Well, that field out there, they could get done with in probably 15 minutes with 2 of them. And they haven't moved for 20 minutes. Which, now it's after 5, we have less than 2 hours left, hour and 45 minutes. Now's when deer start moving. And there's a semi parked over here, another tractor and a trailer. 2 trucks with trailers for the heads. Just sitting there, you know. All of our deer come out, they're just gonna be sitting there. It just figures. So I'd like to get this field off and done so they can come back around here, because they gotta come back up here.
I see they're finally walking back to their combine.
I get it, there's nothing you can do, but man, it's prime time and I get all this commotion here. I know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a buck coming out here, we're ready to shoot, and they're gonna come trouncing back through. Frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Especially the last day of the youth hunt, too.
Yeah, this is it. Here comes a truck now. Here comes a truck. Going about 90. Great. Well, now it's 5:30. We have till 6:45 to hunt. So we're down to the last hour and 15 minutes, which everybody knows is
Prime time.
usually a prime time, a pretty good time to hunt. It is perfectly calm. The sun is setting,
It just got done.
and they just got done combining. But now the pickup truck, I guess, had to drive by here, and I don't know what he did. He went down there. I don't know if he had to bring him more beer or something. But now they're done, and now another truck come across the field with a huge flatbed with a skid steer on it. And now they're all
Just sitting on
huddled down there,
get off.
and I'm not sure what they're doing, if they're going to repair something or what.
They're already driving back.
But I'm guessing they're all going to have to come right by me again. I don't know.
They're going to the ditch or down there.
Oh no, they're going out the other way. So
Why didn't they go down there?
that's cool.
Why didn't they go down that way?
So yeah, now they all left the other way, but now they're up on top of the hill here.
Okay.
It's a couple 100 yards out, but they're right there, unloading the combines into the semi. And I think they're gonna load the heads onto the trailers and probably leave. I don't know what was going on with the party down there and that truck that came with the skid steer, but I'd like to think that maybe one of them said, hey, there's a guy and a kid hunting up there, let's go take this somewhere else. I'd hope that's what some people, to be decent. I get it, it's farming, you gotta get it done, and I have no problem with it, that's great, but it just kind of seems like there's just a lot of commotion right now in these fields for the small amount of acreage that's getting farmed. They have to get as much done as possible, and the youth hunt is not probably on their priority list of priorities. But I'm guessing they're gonna be out of here, you know, hopefully in 15 minutes or so. And that'll give us about an hour, just under an hour of hunting. So we've been sitting here for 3 hours, but they've been here the whole time. So you can imagine the frustration, but maybe it'll all be worth it. Maybe this deer will come out into these fields now that it's cut, and
No more commotion.
I don't know, right? Oh well. They're coming up. Alright, they finally are leaving. Actually, there's still a semi out there, a tractor, and a truck, but no drivers. I think they're coming back and forth. It's 10 after 6, and I'm freaking out, getting mad. But I just look behind me and there's 2 deer coming up.
2 does, I think.
There's 2 does behind us. It's kind of a long shot, but
Almost
3. Looks like a doe and 2 fawns. I'll see if I can get some video, but maybe they're gonna come out in this field anyways.
Yes. They're 212.
212?
Yeah.
That's a little far. Plus it's shooting at the road.
And it's just a doe.
Yeah.
But I might take it. Finally some deer.
Underneath us and walk out in this field in front of us.
They just ran right into the woods.
They did?
Yeah, they ran.
They ran into the woods?
I saw them running.
Oh, because there's people walking around out there. That barn. So it's just one of those nights, I think. We had the doe and 2 fawns behind us, and they were actually feeding their way up towards us. And they were getting within gun range. It's kind of hard to film because it's around the corner, and we didn't want to move too much. And all of a sudden, Parker says they just took off and ran back in. I have no idea. Well, I look across the field, and now there's 4 people and 2 dogs just walking out into the cut soybeans from the house up by the road. It's just literally one of those nights. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. I thought it was gonna be a good night.
Me too.
We had this good feeling. It's perfect right now. It's getting cool. The sun's going down.
But then,
It's just been non-stop commotion.
because one thing, they cut the fields, and they still have vehicles out here. And 2, now there's a family taking a walk in the field
You know,
right behind us.
the worst part is they're not doing anything wrong. The farmers aren't doing anything wrong. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. So sometimes private land isn't as good as people think anyways too. I've seen the downside of private land as well. Unless you have hundreds of acres or something, you still have neighbors. And they can do whatever they want to. Still got a little time left. Now it's 6:27. They come out to get the tractor. Just started. The semi? Oh, he fired up the semi. Parker said, I'm sorry about that. The semi. But he came by himself, so now there's still 2 trucks out there.
And a tractor.
And a tractor with a trailer, or a hopper, I guess. And now he's taking the semi right now. Which I have about 15 minutes left of shooting. The 3 deer we did have coming right at us are scared away. I can hear kids screaming right now. They're playing in the woods. So, as you can tell, this is great. This is great.
Yeah.
Alright, so our youth hunt didn't go as we planned. I thought this was a given over here to at least get a shot at a doe, but I think we would have tonight if it wouldn't have been for all the commotion and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's beyond frustrating for me right now, so I'm not gonna say too much because there's nothing you can say. Nobody's fault. It's just, I don't know. It's just it's too bad because we only had a couple days and we work hard. We have 2 jobs. It's not like I have all the time in the world to hunt, so when we do hunt, we want to make use of every minute and pick the right days, and we don't sit the right wind. And when you think everything's going to come together and then it does the exact opposite, it's frustrating. And I just need to go home and relax and settle down. And tomorrow's another day, and maybe we can get one with the bow and we'll be back out again, and don't let it get me down, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Parker stuck with it, so maybe we'll get one day. We got a couple minutes left, but never happened. So, let's go home.
Yeah.